Moabs in the dough. They done let the Moabs in the dough. They done let the Moabs in the dough. They done let the Moabs in the dough. Islam, Islam, Allah, Spirit. They done let the Moabs in the dough. They done let the Moabs in the dough.
But I'm an American, I'm not an Indian, and I'm gonna go over the word Indian in this video. And it's not to discredit or disrespect people who call themselves Indian. This is actually pertaining to Richard Neal Bey. I'm going to use him as an example on how Moorish Americans cause confusion. So, Richard Neal Bey, I have audio on you. I want to play that audio. I really don't, because you did not disrespect me when you was on Sharice the Realist channel. I pay attention to everything. Y'all know we document everything. Okay, you're racist. It's cool. We can go over racism too. I go over racism videos every night. Marcus C. You can attend later on. I'll go over racism. You can look at my last live stream. I address racism. The last two live streams. You can go and watch them. And like I say, I go over racism and psychoracial terror in America every night to address white supremacists. I'm an Indian, but that's what the white man gave us also. Okay, the white man gave you that. Okay, thank you for admitting that. Just saying I gave a thumbs up. Appreciate you anyway. You're a racist and gave up the thumbs up. I appreciate it. That means a lot to me. So, first, let's go over... Hold on, let me make sure I got the topic right. I want AGE, American Goofies Exposed, who is my affiliate. If we can be Indians, calling yourself Moorish American is worthless. Trying to teach our people they're not black and colors is worthless. Do you understand what I'm saying, Richard Neal Bey? And you've been around for 25 years doing paperwork. And I don't have to hit you up personally. I don't feel like you disrespected me, but on the video that was talking about me, you gave your 2 cents. So I do want to play that audio for the record. I want to play that audio. If I can get that audio right quick. We're going to go over that. We're going to get that. I don't feel like he disrespected me. I don't feel like Sharice the Realist disrespected me. But she said if I'm AGE... yada yada yada, sad whatever, and all of the, you know, people in the chat was talking about me because they miss me. And I believe that I'm affiliated with AGE, just like you're affiliated with Sister Bethy, who's a Moor hater, just like you're affiliated with Supreme Chief Holiday, who's a Moor hater. So what's the big problem, Sharice? I'm affiliated with somebody who don't like you, and you're affiliated with somebody who don't like me. So it's no need to cry. What are you crying for? So let's go back. I said I want to play some audio, and then I'm going to go right in. Once AGE get here, we're going to figure out if I'm AGE. But let's get some audio.
Sharice. This is Sharice.
Yes, Richard Neal Bey. How you doing again?
Oh, beautiful. Keep cooking these people. And anytime somebody comes to you and they say, hey, I'm a Moor, you should use the term Moor. Just go back and share with them, hey, our Neal Bey, K. Glover Hill, and those Moors over there, they not using the term Moor on their census and certain paperwork. What are you talking about? Just hit them like that.
Yeah.
Hit them like that. I've been doing paperwork over 20-something years, and in certain documents you would never be able to put Moor on.
Let's go.
That's an actual fact, and I'm gonna mute up.
Thank you, Uncle Richard Neal Bey, for...
I have no idea the relevance of his statement at all. I don't know what that meant. He don't put more on his paperwork. He been around for 25 years. I don't know what he got to do with this. Moors built on Islam. We'll go over that later, but this is kind of personal, and I'm doing the video publicly to build upon the confusion caused by Moorish Americans on YouTube. I'm a big proponent in exposing Moors on YouTube, like Taj Tariq Bey. What's the other one name? I cannot think of the other dude name. His buddy. He's a short buddy. I can't even think of dude name. Dang, I forgot his name that quick. That's crazy. But anyway, it's so many Moors on YouTube that, you know, just cause confusion, and I go against it. And Richard Neal Bey solidified my point. It's worthless. If it's okay to call yourself Indian, you don't have to call yourself Moor. Why are y'all on YouTube with your fezzes on, you know, just messing with people? Because if the temple ain't right, the prophet ain't right. And the prophet told us not to call ourselves Negro, blacks, and colors. So if it's okay to call ourselves Indians, why are you bothering us? Leave us alone. Don't judge none of us. Let us just be what we gonna be. And he made a good point about being American, which is most important, that you from here. You're not from Africa. We love that information. But I just wanted to get that out. Now, let's go back to the word Indian. A lot of you Indian people in here, I just had a commenter who said the white man gave y'all the word Indian. Shout out to our beloved brother Yahya Abdul Kabir Bey, one of the brightest stars in our realm. One love to that brother. Just had a commenter say the white man gave y'all the word Indian. So the white man always naming y'all stuff and you accept it, because I guess that's how simple y'all live yourself. So the white man gave y'all the terminology Indian. He didn't give me no terminology because I got strength and courage to name myself. I didn't let nobody name me. I named myself. I followed my ancestors on what they taught us. So the first time Indian was used, it was Los Nino Indio. Sister Sharice Thrillis, she says she wants all the smoke. So if you want all the smoke, whether they come in commentary or calling you out, you should just be accepting of it. I don't disrespect people. I would never do that. I stick to information because I believe that would expose you more rather than calling you out your name. I'm not going to waste my time calling you out your name. I'm just going to attack your scholarship. So she believes she's an American Indian indigenous. So we was in their chat watching. They say Indian means a blue man or indicum or indigo. They also says Indian means indigenous. So that's what we call what? A double negative, because if Indian means indigenous, so Los Nino Indios was the first recorded time of us using the word Indian. And Los Nino Indios means the children of God. So Sharice Thrillis and, you know, her people that's all in her chat, OTK, Balioso, all these dudes saying my name, you know, they just missed me. They are saying it means indigenous. So that's contradictory. And Richard Neal Bey, he supports that. I have a problem with that because he's a fez-wearing Moor who supports eating meat and flesh. They promote eating meat and flesh publicly. We have a problem with that. You support people who hate Moors. We have a problem with that. We have a problem with that. Shout out to Brandon Rogers. He's been around for a long time. We have a problem with that because all Moors don't eat meat. So you don't speak for all Moors. You've been around for 25 years doing paperwork. And I would ask the brother Richard Neal Bey, on the strength of myself, you did all that. You've done so much. You're well known. You want to be recognized. Have you saved yourself, Richard Neal Bey and K. Glover L? I'm not going to answer that for you, but you can answer that out of courage, because I'm not afraid of you. If you think that's the case, I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared to say your name. Have you saved yourself, Richard Neal Bey and K. Glover L? I expect a prompt response to that. That's your lesson for today. You can tag me. You can put it in the comments if you saved yourself. That's all we want to know. We're not going to get personal with y'all. Have you saved yourself? There go Aboriginal Goofies Exposed right there. Aboriginal Goofies Exposed. I need you to comment as I'm waving my hands. Leave 3 consecutive comments and speak to the chat. And I need you to type right now, PNF is not AGE. And that will be evidence enough that I'm not AGE. And we'll dead that for Sharice Thrillis. And I said, oh, thank you. So what up, PNF isn't AGE? I keep telling them, don't keep commenting right now while my hands is free. I obviously cannot be commenting right now. Someone else is commenting right now, and that's evidence then I am not AGE. That kills that. It kills it. But I am affiliated with that channel, just like Sharice the Realist is affiliated with Chief Holiday and Sister Bethy, who are more haters. So you shouldn't have no problem with me being affiliated with a channel that exposes your people. That's just common sense, Sharice the Realist. Since you want all this smoke, you're gonna get it. You're very masculine, you smoke weed, you say stuff like, yo son, hey son, all that, rah, 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 yeah. So you want all the smoke, I'm gonna give it to you in a sense of information. Because I'm not gonna threaten you and go that with you, but when it comes to information, we're gonna expose it. So let's get back to the knowledge. Los Nino Indio, Sharisa Batty. Yeah, whatever. You know, I don't know. I never met her personally. I've never met her, so I have to see her in the flesh to judge that. But I don't have no hate towards her at all. It's all about information. Los Nino Indio is what the Spanish explorers documented the people when they came across them, and it is interpreted the children of God. How does Indian mean indigenous? You have to prove to us that indigenous mean God, and she cannot do that. So that is automatically game over. It's a wrap. She would have to prove that indigenous mean God, and she can't do that. And like I said, she's using a double negative. She calls herself American Indian Indigenous, or Indigenous American Indian, and they're saying Indian and indigenous is the same thing. So those are not people that we would want to listen to. Those are people Richard Bey listened to, and we don't play those games with people like Richard Neal Bey or his woman. We don't play games, because I believe and know Allah knows best. Allah would not have brought me into this movement if he didn't want me to speak my mind, because I've always been straightforward speaking my mind. If Allah didn't want me to do this, I would not be here. So this is on you. This is your judgment. This is what Allah wants you to know, Richard Neal Bey. You support that. We don't. You don't speak for us. You need to know that, Richard Neal Bey. You need to know that. You support those more haters. We don't, as I just exposed Sharice the Realist. I'm not AGE, as you can see my hands right here, and AGE is commenting. So you took their side and you gave instructions on what Sharice the Realist should do. They should point more towards you, so she don't have to do it. I'm coming for you. As y'all can see, I easily exposed their take on Indian, and we know Indian is the replacement of Moorish. In 1621, we have the source that Indians substitute the word Moorish for whatever reason. We believe that it's for genocide purposes. So Indian would apply to Moors, but they don't want to be called Moors or Moorish. So we don't even know these people purpose. We believe they have an agenda. They've changed the word Indian to indigenous. So she's calling herself indigenous twice. She's an Indian American indigenous, which makes zero sense. That means that she's probably semi-illiterate. She don't understand and comprehend how to use proper grammar. So we're going to hold that against her. You don't want to call yourself Indian American indigenous if both of the words mean the same thing. That makes no sense. So Los Nino Indios means the children of God. So in this case, Indian means in God. So they're taking words out of context, causing confusion. And Richard Neal Bey, you support that. You was in big trouble, homeboy. And you've been around for 25 years. You was in big trouble. So we can hash it out on live or on the phone, however you want to do it. But you're not going to teach that, because if the temple ain't right, the prophet ain't right. And I've done enough research to know the prophet is correct. So it's you who's not correct, Richard Neal Bey. You're not correct. I've done enough research on Noble Drew Ali to know he's correct. And he said you're not Negro, blacks, and colors and other misnomers. You got on that woman live and told her it's okay to be whatever you want to be. You lied. And if that is the case, Richard Neal Bey, you should not be upset with us calling ourselves niggas, blacks, and colors.